motherfucker.
What evidence do you have that these women are willing to follow men that are already leaders? What evidence do we have of that?
I
Because
can
there,
show
because
you time and time again, even with my own personal life. If you're that guy,
not
if
your
you're a
personal
stupid
life.
guy,
Just show us in real, in what we can all see. Show me where men in their 30s or 40s are keeping these women in check, and these women are following them willingly. Show me, because they're complaining too. All these, you hear about the passport bros. These are all men that can afford to go overseas. These ain't regular Joe
passport bros,
Schmo
are
guys.
you talking about losers
I'm,
that go and trick off overseas? Why are you even bringing them up?
doesn't
Who's
my
talking about
point is
them?
my point is I said they have the money to. They have the ability to move around this planet as free as a bird, and it costs a lot of money to do that. There's a lot of men complaining about women not being able to do the things that they should be doing, and you're telling me that these dudes that there's evidence that men who go off and become the best version of themselves, and women are falling in line with that.
Sweeney,
That's simply not true.
Sweeney, this is the sad reality of the world. Very few men are leaders today. Okay, very few. If you want to look at
Based on
percentage
what?
basis,
Based on what?
But I'm saying being a real leader, like actually having your money
What is-
together. I'm talking to the point where like it's a tradcon relationship where like the wife can stay at home. She doesn't have to worry about working unless she wants to. Like where it's a fully tradcon relationship and stuff like that. A real leader, which is what women really want, is a real provider. Yeah, most guys ain't that today, bro.
The women are
Most
on TikTok right now talking about how they ready to leave their husbands, and all they do is sit at home and ain't got to worry about bills. They're talking about leaving their husbands right now.
Sweeney, because those guys are losers. There's such thing as beta bucks, bro. You literally just brought up passport bros, the biggest losers on the internet. Like you're bringing up you're literally bringing up the biggest. Just because somebody has money doesn't make them fucking a leader, bro. Just
but you don't know those men. How do you know
special.
those men?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying
you're calling them losers, and I'm
Sweeney,
telling you,
Sweeney, I'm telling you, a guy that has money or that can trick
I didn't
off
say
doesn't
that.
make him a leader.
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying that
I
doesn't
didn't
make
say
a guy
that.
a leader.
I didn't say that. So you're arguing a point that I've never made. My point is that a lot of these men have their wives in positions where you just gave your example of what a leader is. He has his money straight and she can sit at home. That's what you came to. The leader is a guy that can have his money straight and she can be at home and be a stay-at-home wife and ain't got to worry about nothing.
It's way more than Sweeney.
I'm going off of the example that you gave.
You
can't say there's more
and be broke.
You can't say there's more to that. You can't say there's more to that. If that was your first example,
that was your example. That was your point, though. Like that was your point about the man and his money.
I know. But what I'm saying is just most guys aren't leaders, because in general, that's what makes a guy a leader is provisioning. Provisioning is what women have always looked up to.
So I just gave you an example that there are a lot of women right now on TikTok talking about leaving their provisioning and providing men. And you're calling them losers, but you don't know them.
Hold on, Sweeney. Let me repeat myself one more time, okay? You can have money and still be a loser, okay? You can be what's called a beta bucks, okay? It doesn't matter if he can provide everything for her, if he's a fat, ugly retard. It doesn't matter. So you got to understand, it's not just about the money. I'm telling you, very few men are leaders today, whether you want to base that off of provisioning or just them just being a leader of the household, even though they make $60K a year. It's very rare, bro. Most guys ain't shit today. I don't care what anybody says. Most
guys ain't shit today. Based on what?
1,000%. Based off the fact that they don't know how to be leaders. They don't know how to be leaders. 1,000%. They don't know how to be leaders. We see women all day today running households, making more than their men, completely having to have like the shoes on.
You just roped it back to money. You just literally brought it right back to money again.
Because money is a factor, Sweeney. What are you talking about? Duh.
But you're arguing in a circle. It's a circular argument.
What I'm saying is because obviously it's a factor. There's nuance to it, guys. It's not black and white.
But you're making it black and white.
What are you talking about? Nobody's making it black and white. I just think there's a lot of guys that are the only thing that I'm saying that's black and white is there's not a lot of leaders today. That most men ain't shit today.
Okay, I can agree. There's not that many leaders, but I just want to answer the question, right?
But
so,
hey, let me ask Purple Pill one question. How old are you, bro?
32.
Because a lot of this is nuanced in age, what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
I'm 32. I just said it.
Okay, go ahead, Hank. I just wanted to throw that out there, and that may give some context to some of the things he was saying. Okay, go ahead.
So
I'm
the
33,
question,
bro.
can a man be a leader even when he's learning how? I believe so. I believe so because you're always going to be learning. You're always going to be learning, because it's things going to change every day. There's going to be some new obstacles. There are going to be some new situations. Life's going to throw you a bunch of curveball, and there's some situations you never dealt with before. But as long as you have your morals, your standards, and what you need to be as a leader, you'll be fine. Regardless of whatever happens, you will be fine. But your morals got to be in order. You got to make sure you stay 10 toes on your square. And as long as your standards and where they need to be at, yeah, you good. So yeah, you can be that leader you're talking about. Now, this part about does it take money and all that? No, I don't believe that. Because we had a lot of great leaders that was broke as hell. One of our great leaders, Martin Luther King, didn't have no money like that. Malcolm X, he didn't have no money like that. Fred Hampton didn't have no money like that. But they was great leaders. So
I think a lot of what leadership is predicated upon is the 1 minute clips on Instagram. For real, like so many people try to tell you what the hell a leader is, and nobody won't go that extra step of maybe cracking open a book. That's a novel idea. Or, going to talk to somebody that's actually doing something that you'd like to do. Let me tell y'all something, man. And this to all the young boys. Man, find you an OG that's been married for a while, like a dude that's been married for a while, and really have a real conversation with him. Take that dude out to dinner, break it down with him, and man, he will tell you everything from probably when he cheated on his woman and she forgave him, to a time that she cried and she called him a punk ass mother. You know what I'm saying? Or even this conversation right here, man, about leadership. One of the things that we have to do is get out of our comfort zone and begin to find ways to learn something about what we're doing other than these screens. Our lives are dominated by these screens. And you know what? When you do that, then leadership will creep into your life. That's for sure.
So real quick. I think it's a few factors, right? First off, like Sir Hale was saying a little earlier, the woman, she has to want to, right? She has to be willing to follow. She has to want to be led by you, right? Secondly, I would say she has to trust in your leadership. So if she sees that you are making some horrible decisions early, particularly financially or anything like that, then she's all right, I can't really trust in his leadership because he's going to lead us down the wrong path and it's going to ruin both of our lives. This ain't a dude that I want to have a future with, right? And thirdly, which is probably most important, she has to respect you to be led by you. So if she doesn't respect you, you can forget about trying to lead her under any circumstances. So most of the gentlemen did mention it. It's obvious that we're learning every single day. So it's always going to be, like we were saying earlier, on a job training. You're not going to know everything. We have to continue to progress. We should be trying to learn new different things, right? Like say parenting, for instance. Me and my wife, we learned how to parent together. So there's certain situations that you just have to experience and you won't know how to do it, but you'll learn how to do it. But if she trusts in your leadership, she'll follow you with that, right? Trying to buy our first home. It was a situation like, okay, I don't know nothing about that, but we were able to get through it. She did trust in my leadership. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And she helped in everything that she could, but at least she's able to understand, okay, you lead the situation. I'm with you on it. Right. But it's all with those three foundations that we were talking about. It's with the trust. They have to trust it, but trust is earned. So in the beginning phases, when you're with this particular lady, you need to make sure that she sees you making good decisions so she can trust you, because if not, it's over. And of course, we were talking about the vetting process a little earlier. You have to make sure that you pick a lady who is willing to listen. She's not going to start to listen to you because you're married now or because you came to another phase. However it starts, it's going to end that way. And as far as respect is concerned, I feel like this about it. Respect is hard to gain, easy to lose, and impossible to get back once you've had it and lost it.